Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello. I'll leave because I already started talking. Um, Today we have Tyra and Rachel, our Melverna, and myself, Sean Kynwin, and we are going to spin from the Wheel of Smut. There are other authors who could not make it to the spin, but will be writing this week.
Yes.
And so, Melverna, why don't you tell us what you did with getting it on during a party?
So I'd had this idea of a enemies to lovers, and that's where they get it on at the party. It is a lovely little bit of hate sex, and so I was really happy or really excited when I was writing it. It went very quickly. I was like, bam, 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 bam. I was like, oh,
Done.
I didn't even have to worry about this one at all.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
It was my first time writing like a hate sex scene, so
I
Oh,
love
I'm
Really?
it.
Oh, you're
excited.
writing a hate sex scene. I was like, how is this your first time writing a sex scene? You're a smut author.
no, because
No.
you have to. It is a fine balance when you're writing hate sex versus the I'm just hot for you sex or the
Mhm.
oh my god we're friends and we're actually making that move to sex. Or
Yes.
the sad sex where it's like, oh my god, this is probably the last time we're gonna have sex. Like there's so many different types of sex that you can write
Mm,
about that
yeah.
require different levels of emotion. And
Yeah.
so yeah, it was my first time doing it, so it was fun.
Oh, I haven't done
Yeah,
hate sex either, and I feel like now I have. That's a misstep on my part. I should have.
I
I
have to
should have been
say
on this.
that I just wrote my first hate sex scene for the my serialized fiction, the one that I have on Patreon. That's only like on Radish or on Patreon for now, and that's like the first hate sex scene I ever wrote. I was big on friends to lovers, like favorite trope, still my favorite trope. But I'm really big like friends to lovers, second chance, and I never even thought about going into enemies to lovers. And I'm writing an entire erotic romance series where 90% of them is either friends to enemies to lovers or enemies to lovers, and the hate sex is just like the that's
Mm.
because you can go so wild with it. Like you don't have the whole emotional aspect of friends to lovers. Or like, yeah, you want to be alpha and like kinky, but you don't have limitations of emotions that you have with other types of relationships. Like
It's
he
just
can just go and blow
carnal.
on her ass, and it's fine because he hates her. It's fine. You can do that.
That's phenomenal. See, just this week I decided to start writing a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put some hate sex in that.
With
What about
Gaston.
you? Yeah, no, so she's gonna be married to the Gaston,
Oh,
married off to the Gaston character. He's the
oh,
villain. He's gonna kidnap her in the second book. It's gonna be a duet, and it's gonna be a dark. He's gonna grape her in that second book. And then Lucy, who is her girlfriend. So in the first book, her girlfriend is the one who gets taken by the beast, and she gives herself up for her girlfriend. And they're going to end up as like a V. So she's in a relationship with Beast, but she's also in a relationship with Lucy. And then the second book, she's going to be kidnapped by Gaston, and Lucy and Beast are going to fall in love on the journey, and they're going to end as a throuple.
Oh,
I'm very
yes.
excited by this. But so I can write some hate sex in that, like that first one, like when she's like kidnapped and she's like, I don't want to be here, but you won't let me go. And he's just like, I just want to be human again. But he's going to maintain the ability to shift into beast form,
Oh.
if
yeah,
you know what I mean. That was a key
yeah.
part of why I decided to do a retelling, but that's not why we're here. So, Rachel, tell us what you did with getting it on during a party.
So I continued with the same couple that I've been writing all of the one shots with, and so they kind of start as like friends to lovers, and now they're definitely enemies. So it's hate sex for sure. Yeah, and maybe borders on consent. She definitely wants it, but
Oh,
it's a little dicey.
yep.
It
Yeah.
doesn't help that she already has a boyfriend now too.
Oh.
I went
Oh.
there.
I'm here for this. Oh my
I think
god.
that's the beauty
I'm
of these
gonna
one
post
shots
it
that
in
we
the-
go there. I went to places that I never would have gone in my mainstream
Mhm.
writing. Like I did a MFM, which I never would have done in my mainstream writing because it doesn't work with my brand at all. And I've always wanted to try to write it, and the one shot just gave me a chance to write it. I really enjoyed writing. It was pretty hot. Like I really explore kinks and BDSM and stuff like my mainstream writing, which is very sort of fluffy contemporary. Even my erotic is. I think somebody's trying to tell me to be more quiet. It's like very difficult for me to go all the way there, and one shots it's really like easier. So
Just
so
go
it's
for
I
gold.
go there, totally go there.
Well, that's like so. I was saying just this week. I think I said it to Michael. By the way, hi Marianne and hi Michael, who have said hello. I think I said it to Michael. I was like, I'm just gonna give my readers whiplash with my inability to pick a genre. I'm not gonna use a pen name. I'm just gonna write in whatever genre I want, and they're gonna read it, and that's what I want them to do. like
Yeah.
most people are like, you should just pick a genre and write in that genre. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna write rock star contemporary. No, I'm now gonna write a paranormal. Now I'm gonna write rock star white shoes. Now I'm gonna write a Beauty and the Beast retelling that's dark romance with essay in it. Let's just keep. This doesn't matter. You just keep reading. You'll like it. Trust me. Trust me. What did you do with your Stevie one shot then, Kara?
So I admit that I haven't posted it yet because I know I had an idea from the second the wheel spun, but my baby, the 2-month-old, got an eye infection, and it's just been one of those weeks where I haven't had to actually sit and write it. Like
Oh
he
my
got an eye
God.
infection in one eye, and then we get in drops, and then he infected his other eye, so we so the other eye again. You know,
It's the
babies
worst.
be
I'm
babies.
surprised you don't have it, to be honest. The way that they wave their fists around and think they rub their eyes, and you're like, no, stop and keep your hands away from me.
He's recently discovered he can lick my face. So
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I love
Yep,
that for you.
yep.
So I had like this great idea to revisit, and it's actually mostly written already. I'm gonna post it later today. To revisit the couple from my very first spin. Pat and Danny, they from the Talking Bag one. She's an actress and he's a production assistant. You know, she had a talking bag in a commercial for a Canada natural Canada remedy. And it was like a big joke there. And so we're revisiting them, and I called it the Red Velvet Revenge. Basically, she dated this guy who was the son of a really big producer, but she didn't know it. And then he offered her to meet his dad and took her to like a corn room, and told her that she has to make a corn with him for him to let her meet his dad. And then his dad is the producer that Pat, her current boyfriend, did like a project with, and they're having a wrap up party. And she tells them the whole story, and Pat decides they're going to have a really nice revenge on the guy, the son of the producer, had like an obsession with red velvet, and like all his sheets are red velvet, and like in his corn room and then stuff like that. So Pat basically takes red velvet cupcakes from the buffet, and they go to the corn room and basically destroy the red velvet bed with red velvet cupcakes.
Phenomenal.
Very creative, sexy.
I love that. I love that so much.
So I like cute, smutty fluff. I like writing cute, smutty fluff, and sometimes I like writing not so cute, not so fluffy, smutty. So.
Oh, Marianne said for her steamy one shot, she wrote about a prince getting it on with a woman at a ball. She loves royal romances. That sounds amazing. Okay, I
Yes.
I went very, very literal, and I did a sex party. And I had so much fun with it. Hi, Eva.
Hello.
So I had it started with Grant. Like he
And
had
we got
Chelsea
Mia.
in. Oh, and Mia, hi. So he had her on like a pedestal in the middle of the room, and he was tying her in shibari, and basically she was the evening's entertainment. And I send my one shots to my, so I have that $50 tier. I send my one shots to the Reapers before they're posted to read. And there was a part of it that I was worried about. And that was a scene. So we've obviously seen Chelsea get railed by 5 guys before Grant fucks her once before. She's literally there in the middle of the room. Like anybody is coming up and playing with her.
My frozen are just everyone else.
No, everyone else. You're fine for us.
Can I freeze like drinking?
Yeah.
Let me check.
But yeah, so like she's literally in the middle of the room and anyone can touch her and do whatever they want with her. What was I concerned about? Grant receiving a sex act from another sub. I was like, the double standard of me being like, oh, she can be whatever. But I was like, he's getting off, sitting on the sofa, getting head from another sub. And Chelsea looks over and she's like, really turned on by it. And my alpha was like, she was like, no, that was the hottest part. I wish we could have had Grant's POV. So what did I do? I said, hold my beer. Let me write another bonus fic. So my $10 and above got this same scene, but like 3, instead of it being like, I'll be honest, it was 1,700 words. I had to have aftercare. But his version was
Yeah,
like
it's me. I think it's the
3,600.
Wi-Fi. It's not strong enough for video.
Oh.
So I'll just tell them
Can you
that.
try turning your video
Well,
off?
I mean, it keeps freezing.
She's okay.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is not handling video. I'm on data from a cell phone, and it's not working very well. So I am going to log off
it
because
never
it keeps moving.
does.
I'm also annoyed.
Boo.
So I will just watch in the group and see what the spin is.
Hi, okay.
I tried. I'll have better Wi-Fi next week.
Okay. Bye. Yeah, so that's right. So yeah, so I wrote, and his version was like 3,600, and I did that for the $10 and above tier again. And that was a lot of fun doing his POV. So that was enjoyable. But yeah, that's and I was like, you can all thank Natalie for just asking me, because I'm like, immediately I was like, yes, I'll do that. Don't worry. And I was like, I cannot promise a bonus fic every week. It's only if I just get inspired. It just happened 2 weeks in a row. So let's look at the prompts that we've got as options this week.
We have very contemporary
Nice.
focused prompts this week. Though you can take any prompt anywhere, as we've discovered over the weeks, but our prompts are very contemporary formulated this week. What is everybody hoping like to get?
Let me see.
Well,
okay, so
we're here at a dinosaur penis, so you know.
So a mooning turns into romance. Protagonist drops a winning lottery ticket. Sorry, the Grammarly thing was annoying me. And the finder offers to return it on one condition. Sold. Character wakes up in someone else's clothes without remembering how it happened. It starts with a midnight knock on the door. That one also would be fun. Protag is a product tester for sex toys. Highly technological pessimism, technophobe. Thank you. I don't need to do IT in my fix. I do it basically in real life half the time. A pizza. See this? I could have so much fun with that. You know that's just going to be role play for me. Photo shoot with a sex photographer who doesn't like to touch. Celebrity look like it's mistaken. Oh, Jumbotron kiss cam got wrong. Which one do people want?
But you're not on your live. We don't know what people want. We only know what we want. Sean abandoned her TikTok live today.
I did. I actually turned it off. What do you guys? I was asking you guys. What do you guys want?
I want the Jumbotron.
The Jumbotron?
The Jumbotron is like super cool. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of looking at exploiting the wheel this week. I need to write a sexy cute bonus epilogue for one of my books, and I kind of need a would work with the Mexican one.
Hang on, which one would work? The takeout?
So maybe like the pizza food, bringing the tickets as a surprise, or something like that.
Cute.
So
That's what I'm saying. I
But
think
most of the prompts just don't work for me just for that specific. That if I had to choose, carte blanche, then it would have been the Jumbotron kiss.
Jumbotron. What about you, Melvina?
There's a lot. I don't really have a preference. I think I could work with practically all of them.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's give it a go. Excuse me, that's just plain rude to show those things. All right, let's go for gold and see what we get. Ooh. Oh! Can we spin it again? I didn't realize how badly I wanted the the
lottery
pizza
ticket?
takeout. No, the
Oh.
pizza takeout it was. I didn't realize how badly I wanted it until it just this close to coming up.
This is interesting because I have no idea how to deal with this one.
Ooh. There you go. Now you can feel how I felt with Dickosaurus Rex. Oh, this is exciting.
That was the best prompt, Sean. Stop it.
I don't write paranormal. I mean, I do now apparently, but
But neither do I. And I did.
Let me remove my screen.
Managed. We all managed.
What are you thinking you'll do?
I mean, if he doesn't like to touch, he likes to direct. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that. It's gonna be. It's just gonna be a BDSM scene for me. This is just gonna be what it's gonna be.
I don't know.
What about you, Rachel?
So, I have this quandary because my female main character actually has a boyfriend. So maybe there's some, I don't know, engagement pictures that need to be, finagled.
Oh, I like that. I like it.
Yeah.
I see more sex in my future.
Amazing. Oh my God. Okay, this week I'm gonna put this straight into the group so that I don't forget to do it like I did last week.
Do you have an idea, Sean, or are you just saying like it's gonna be BDSM? Leave me alone.
I wasn't gonna say it like that, but yeah, it's gonna be BDSM. Leave me alone. No, it's probably just gonna be. See, what I think I would like would be. I introduced Adrian and Cami last week.
Okay. Who? What did you introduce?
Oh, so remember I said the sub who was giving Grant head? Yeah. So her name's Camille and Adrian is her dom and they were going to play with them. So maybe I don't know whether I want to have it be Grant is directing her with Adrian or FF. They're directing the two subs.
Oh my God.
Sorry? What?
How do I get to read these?
Oh my God.
There is a $2.
There is a $2
tier that you can subscribe to.
Thank you, Melbourne. I'm terrible about selling my stuff. I'm like, I don't know how you could possibly read them. FF. It's gonna be FF. It is gonna be the two guys directing the two subs. Them not touching, but the girls very much touching. So excited. Cool. Wow.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like looking into different kinks for my erotic romance. Like each book characters have like different kinks.
Yeah.
The first book was spanking. Next book's gonna be like extreme role play.
Nice.
So I'm kind of interested in exploring exhibitionism or voyeurism or sort of a combination of both, or maybe especially exhibitionism. Like he doesn't like to touch, but she likes to show, or he likes to show.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a he and her. So I may just use it as an excuse to explore a kink more deeply, not necessarily like as a bigger scheme of things.
I would say one thing about exhibition and voyeurism, from one kinkster to a person either in kink or just writing kink. One thing that's big in the kink community is consent. So, as hot as the idea of public exhibitionism is, there needs to be consent. There was a video that went around of a woman in Melbourne CBD walking her dogs to men on leashes in the CBD. And the video, hot as fuck, right? It was hot as fuck, but it was in the Melbourne CBD. Those people did not consent to be a part of their sex act, which they are by viewing an exhibitionist, right? And also children in the Melbourne CBD. I personally would be horrified to see that and have to try to explain to my children what is going on. So just when writing I just try and pass things on. When writing exhibitionism, that's why when I did the dog park, it was like 2 a.m. So there was no one around. But you can do like their exhibitionism in public in a scene where there's like it's a closed public space, but there are people there to view. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dogging is totally a thing, and that is consensual, but it shouldn't. It's still technically against the law because you're not meant to. But you know, if you know, you know. On that fun note, that was just I don't know. I always feel like I should educate if I can with things like that. Just
it's a very, very
because you don't
very
think
good point.
about it. Yeah, you don't think about the fact that with exhibitionism specifically, anybody who views it is
It's also
a participant in the sex act, because that is how the person gets off, by being viewed, and they may not want to view. Generally, you know, like if you're doing things like it's in a pub, there are guys checking her out from across the room, and she spreads her leg. I forget we're not on a TikTok live. She spreads her leg and shows off her pussy.
Because Facebook is so much better than TikTok when it comes to periodism and period.
It is.
It's too late for that word. It's too late for me to say that word.
I'm not this close to being fucking banned on Facebook permanently. But yeah, like if that's a scenario where they're like in a pub and there's guys checking out across the room and she spreads her legs and shows them, like, you know what I mean? Like it's a different scenario.
Yeah, so you can rest assured that I would not have made it like super public.
No.
It would have been a very, very controlled environment, like, or will be. I haven't decided when I write it.
Yeah, I was like, and you should write that because I want to read it.
Has I have merch with like consent is sexy, respect is romantic. It's literally on my merch on my website. I'm super big advocate of pushing consent as a sexy concept in romance novels.
Yes,
it's what I do. It's
why
I write alpha role book boyfriends, whether they spank you or not.
To me, there's nothing sexier than consent. However, as somebody who's about to write essay in a dark romance, I don't like whatever people want to read, as long as, to me, like with dark romance, usually will come with, and I will be doing that at the beginning, like, in real life, this is abuse. Please don't think it's not in real life. If you were in these scenarios in real life, please seek help if you can. But then I'm going to write some real dark shit and love it. So that's I was like, I can't write dark romance. Hold my beer, let me write a dark romance where I defile your favorite childhood characters. Why not? After this is coming, The Little Mermaid.
File, John.
I mean, when you think about the actual classic fairy tales, there was a lot of essay.
Yes.
And very
I really think that whatever we come up with as romance writers, it would never be as bad as the original fairy tales that were written to educate children not to be bad. Never be as bad whatever we write.
You know, I'm also aging her up. She's gonna be 24, my beauty. Because I'm not about writing a 16-year-old child bride. No,
No.
No.
And I think in a lot of them, like, aren't the female main characters like, this is so weird, but like between like 14 and 16?
Yeah, generally
Like
that's how old
Snow
the Disney
White,
princesses
and
were.
I'm just like, whoa! I'm like, we're gonna age them up a little
And-
bit.
And Sleeping Beauty with some like somnophilia there. The
Yeah.
lack of consent with the way he woke her up. Oof. And if you think about it, he kissed her deep enough to get that apple out from her lips. How you be walking up
From her
to
lips.
a
That's where I got
sleeping
stuck, Sean.
woman?
Are we sure?
Oh my God. I didn't say which lip singer. Jesus Christ, now I'm going to do a Sleeping Beauty retelling. And he's absolutely going to be getting it from her lips. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so on that, before we kill Sean, embarrassment, I'm gonna send you all to YouTube to watch what's it called? It's called just YouTube search Disney relationship Disney relationship counselors analyzing Disney.
Oh,
That's
I've
30
seen
minutes of my
that.
life. You will not regret it.
I have seen that. Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Watch
I
it.
need to look that up. Analyzing Disney. I'm going to be looking that up. Also, I'm going to say after deciding to do this Beauty and the Beast retelling, I started looking at Beauty and the Beast hentai.
Oh.
There's some, yeah,
No.
that'll ruin your day.
Yeah,
That will
what Rachel
ruin
said.
your day. That will ruin
There are
your
places you should
day.
never go to shop. And I say this as somebody who's a fan of hentai. Like,
Once you go to hentai, you don't come back.
yeah, and like Beauty and the Beast, like there are places that you should just never go with hentai. Never.
Okay, because
That's one
I
of them.
found out that he can rail her in beast form. I needed to visualize that, and I knew that hentai was the place to visualize it. I did not expect to read him literally eating her. So not read, see. And the best part was after the after the final panel,
But when
they
you analyze
helpfully-
somebody for her,
no, that was then he vomited her up again, and that was how he finished. And as a helpful thing after the comic ended, they had all the panels without the text, so you can do your own text.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know what I've stumbled into.
Write your own adventure.
But I'm gonna have to look at more of it to figure it out.
This is what we call research.
yeah, I think
It's like I am reading it in horror, but also, you know that yeah, the one where there's a subreddit where it's just like I'm not sure if I'm turned on or not. I'm like I don't know if this is hot or not. Like from the description, it's not, but when you read it, it's like I don't know. But I need inspiration for my retelling. It's disturbing, and I'm forever changed. So I felt like I should pass it on.
Some things you just can't unsee.
I
Okay.
can't unsee that. We should end this before I.
Yeah, before it gets worse, we should really like this. It just escalated so quickly.
Or Facebook is like, no more. We're not even.
I think you're scarred for life. I'm pretty sure I'm scarred.
The wheel of Sky for life.
Rachel's
The
like,
worst thing
like,
about the
alright, blah, blah, blah.
hentai was those girls look underage, and this is making me uncomfortable. But you just took it somewhere completely different.
No, see, they all. Funnily enough, with Beauty and the Beast, she doesn't look as underage. But yes, I understand. Like a lot of hentai makes me like, ooh, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
That person looks very young. But the Beauty and the Beast ones, luckily, I'm doing Beauty and the Beast. However, when I do the Little Mermaid, I don't know that I will look at hentai for that because she always looks like a child to me. Ariel never looks old enough for me to be comfortable looking at any of that. Yeah, him eating her was unexpected. I did not think that's where that was going. It was a lot. Marianne says she's not sure about this one. The ideas aren't coming as fast as they did last week. We always talk about verbiage on my lives coming as fast as they did last week. We all write smut and read
would
too
have
much
banned you
smut
for
for you
that.
to use that. Well, I was just talking about the ideas coming as fast, Kara. What would you think I would be talking about anything else? I am a completely innocent person who did not just spend a good 5 minutes telling you about Beauty and the Beast hentai. It's fine.
It was awesome as usual. It was really great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we
You're
need to send
welcome.
Sean to sleep.
Yeah, that's
I
right. I
definitely need to
need
go to
sleep. And I'm probably gonna have nightmares about that. So
Yeah.
don't go searching for it. You will be forever
No.
changed.
Rachel, enjoy your dinner. Mulverna,
Oh yeah.
I hope you can scrub whatever just happened here out of your brain.
I'm trying.
Forever changed.
Malverna, don't we have like a mafia story we should be working on?
Are you guys co-writing?
No, we're in a anthology.
That's a different conversation.
Anthology.
Guys, I really want to go to sleep. I have
Oh.
a baby that's going to wake up soon.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, tell me quickly about your mafia story before we go.
Oh, so we're not co-writing, but I think we're in the same set, right?
Vows and Vendettas?
Yes. Yes, we are. Awesome. Yes. Yes.
Yes, I have an
mafia.
idea for that one. I haven't started writing it yet, but I think I'm going to call it Hostage Bride, if that can give you any ideas.
Ooh. Oh, I like. Yes. So LK Shaw and I are co-writing. It's my first co-write, so we're pretty excited about that. And yeah, so we're gonna write probably some dubious consent.
I feel like if Malverna's writing The Hostage Bride, dubious consent is probably going to be there in that story too.
Anything is possible.
That's awesome. Oh, see,
Yeah.
I didn't think I understood what dubious consent was. And then at the prologue of My Beauty and the Beast retelling, he gets a maid to clean his eggplant, and I was like, oh, she can't really say no because he's the king. That's dubious consent. I found what it is. I was always like, I don't understand. Dubious consent is black and white. I mean, technically, it's not dubious because it's like she didn't say yes.
Right.
But I was like,
say no.
right. But she also probably felt she couldn't say no.
Yes.
So that's where it's like, oh, that's not really dubious. It's really just non-con. But we're going to pretend it's dubious because it's in the prologue and we don't want to lose people that quickly.
Well, you want to do it, but then
her
she
POV,
sees how
though.
big and juicy his eggplant is, and she's like, oh. I mean, I could drink a little and do some.
Okay, but then he does tell her that later he's going to visit her chambers and show her how he doesn't come quickly.
Oh, well, you know.
And
I think
Natalia, go.
I think that when dealing with dubious consent, it also how people view it could be based off of the POV of the character. Because if it's him, it could get really non-consenty really quick. Yeah. But with her, at least she could question what is happening to her, but still admit she wants it.
I don't intend to write the maid's POV. It's probably gonna get real consenty, not gone real quick.
But that's what I mean. So I mean, dubious consent is also the fact that she doesn't say yes, but internally she's like, I like this. And she's going along with it. That is also a form of dubious consent.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Something about her.
Well,
Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna say Natalia from Trigger Warning Romance podcast. It's Dark Romance podcast. she was encouraging me because I was like, oh, I don't know how dark to go. She was on a live with me on TikTok and she goes like, dark, just go darker, go darker. And I'd written this thing and I'd read out the prologue and I didn't have a name for the maid. And I was like, oh, the maid's name is going to be Natalia. I was like, you want an essay scene? I will write you in the essay scene. Enjoy that, my friend. And she's like, yes, dark romance readers are wild. And I love it. I was like,
that's
oh,
what I like about dark romance. I feel like it's an opportunity to explore the stuff that in like mainstream, you know, we'd be like, no, I would never.
yes.
But come on now, like, you know, you would think about it, you know. And I think, you know, there is that element of, you know, like we're human and it's okay to like things that aren't necessarily mainstream.
Yes, that's
That's
right.
why we have
And I
different voters. People want it.
yeah, right. And I think making it clear that we're not saying that we approve of this in real
Right.
life. We're not
Right.
saying that you should go out and find a man who will treat you abusively. We're just saying we find it hot when we read it and shut up and don't judge me. You know, that's all we're saying.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably end this. Should we? Hang on, I can't believe you guys are still going. Also, consensual dub complay is totally hot. Yes. Oh, so consensual non-consent is amazing. And that's essentially what I've been doing, right? Like the thing is, my Something Wicked series, it's like hardcore BDSM, but I would call it like I tell people it's the sweetest smut you'll ever read because like it's all consensual. Everybody loves everyone and they just give her lots of orgasms. But this dark romance, there's gonna be like non-con. Definite non-con because the Gaston character is going to rape her in book 2. And I think he's gonna SA her in book 1 when she gets married off to him. And then Beast is going to kill him when they go. I've decided. Beast is just going to kill him when he goes to rescue her. He's going to go Beast form and just tear him apart. And that will be amazing, I think. I just like to listen to what everybody loves and go, I'm going to put all of those things in a book. So with my Something Wicked series, it's like I've taken every time I've seen in the Wide Shoes groups, people ask, have you seen a book with this kink in it? I'm like, I'm checking that off a list to write into my series. Yes, I will have Lexi used as a dinner table. Yes, I will do this. Yes, I will do that. The only thing I won't do is breath play because I'm like, that's a no for me because it's
that's your hard limit.
It really is. No, because it is so unsafe in real life and people die. Yeah. And I've seen so many things where people want to use BDSM books as like an instruction manual and they're really not. I can't give you the information on how to do breath play safely because a lot of people argue it can't be done safely at all. So I'm not going to touch it in any way because I don't want you to go, oh, that was hot in that book. I'm going to try that in real life and then get killed. I'm just not going to be about that life. That's just not going to be part of my journey in life, getting people killed by writing hot smut. I just want them to have orgasms. That's all. Just orgasms. On that note, maybe we should. Yeah, right? No death, just orgasms. Maybe that should be my tagline. Except then Beast is going to kill Gaston, so maybe not. Some death, all orgasms, but none. No, I don't know. No death, just orgasms. On that note, I think we should probably end this unless you guys want to talk some more. It is 5:41 a.m. I should go to sleep.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to make some dinner.
Yes.
The wine.
Enjoy.
It's about lunchtime for me right now.
Oh.
Go have lunch. I'm going to go to bed. I woke up at 1 and streamed for 4 hours so that I could come here and stream for 45 minutes. 40 minutes. There you go. Not even. Bye,
Well,
ladies. Thank you for the fun
bye.
conversation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I traumatized everyone for life.
We
I
forgive you.
apologize. Marianne said that her face was similar to yours, Melvin. Bye, Michael. I'm so stoked you stuck around for the whole thing. Bye.
Bye.